Hey, what's going on, my friends? How are you? Oh, wait, I gotta put on my microphone. I hope everyone's doing well. Give me 1 second. Okay, I don't know if I'm, well, actually, I know you can tell the difference with the speaker and without the microphone and without. So, my plan today is to try that tree break. And that's the second noise I heard off in the, to my right here. Right where I'm headed, right where all those teepee structures are I found last year. And I am right on the trailhead. I have a couple of reasons why I'm coming out here today. One, I wanted to go for a hike. And the second is to check to see if there's been any changes to the area. I've been here a bunch of times now. Found some really cool tree structures, I guess you were going to call them, like a teepee type structure. And this always interested me. It's been here since day one. Just that big leaner. I mean, I wish you could see it in person. It was without a doubt on the ground at one time. So I'm actually one of the rare times that I'm trying to be quiet. I'd like to sneak up on some wildlife out here, and I hear a woman yell down the trail to me, and she screams, "Do you have a dog with you?" And of course, there goes the broken silence of the forest. So that totally put a damper on my plans as far as trying to come in here all stealthful-like. The dog just now ran up behind me. Really friendly, a boxer, nice dog, but she said she's going to take a different trail. And I was just like, yeah, thanks. It's a mess down here. I don't know what happened. This was really clear and clean in this area here. It's a mess. But we've had some couple storms come through here, rain, some wind. This is the place where I came here with my nephew Josh, and we were being tracked by, or in my opinion, I think we were being followed at least by a mountain lion, where there's supposed to be none that are in these woods, but yet we found clear tracks of mountain lion. So I know that they're in this area. And of course, being alone, I've got my head on a swivel to keep an eye out for mountain lion or bear or a hungry, angry Sam Squamch. Okay, I'm coming up on the teepees now. There was, I want to say 5 of them out here. And we'll see if they've changed from the fall. Sorry, the spring I was out here. So we got this one here. My nephew Drew, up over this river here, found a huge, like at least 15 size 15-inch footprint out here a couple of years ago. So a lot of you have seen these structures, and I'm just kind of revisiting them. And I do want to check and see what's different out here, and maybe I can catch some tracks. I have found 2 on my own out here, not including my nephew Drew, that found the 15-inch print. I'm really torn with these structures with these teepee structures on how they got here, who put them here. I've never seen so many so close. There's another one right over here, and I'll bring you to it if you haven't seen. These are just side by side. Jesus, something's throwing at me. Oh, acorns. Acorns, Dave. Settle down. I'm completely spooked out right now here. I don't even know why. I mean, in all the places I've come to up here in New Hampshire, this is where I'm most familiar and most comfortable, actually. Ironically enough. Or I don't even know if that's ironic. It's just strange that this is usually my comfort area. But I do attribute that to also I haven't been here in a long time. So, interesting, huh? You got a little pile right there of birch, little birch, little tiny logs. Let me take you to this one down here. If you're hearing water babbling, it's not because of my phone. Holy mackerel, it's quiet out here. So, I would also like to today try that sapling break. Here's another smaller structure. Now, this is important. Hold on. Let me go. I want to show you. All right, so I backtracked a bit. So this architectural style of that build right there, I've seen it before. The same thing in Massasoit in Massachusetts. This very same type little sticks like this going across in just one small little area. Same, I could say identical to what I have found in Massasoit 120 miles from here. So if this is made by a person, then this is some kind of method of shelter building that I am completely unaware of. So let me go back to where I was. And I want to show you something similar in this smaller structure. Not this one. Sound like a raven. You guys, I'm freaking myself out, man, with the acorns falling through the trees and ravens flying over my head. All right, so let's get back on topic here. This is similar. This has also appears to have been added onto since I've been here last. Some of these here, I don't recall them being there, but I'll have to go back and take a look at my video to see if it's been added. But this is not a shelter. I mean, something, why? I don't know. And this just goes from one tree to another. This just branch just sitting by itself. But this is a common. You can't deny it, that to find something like this here, 120 miles from other teepee structures I found that are very, very similar. It really is something, you know. I get to the point where I don't even know what else to say about that. Really, really interesting. And then there's another different looking one over here. This one looks like it's been altered a bit. No, I'm not gonna say anything. It's hard to tell. I mean, when you've There's so much stuff around here. It looks like it could have been altered since I saw it last, but I can't tell. Oh. Okay. Wait. This is different. This looks different. A lot different. It really does look different. I remember actually showing it on film. Lots of noises. On film, there was a log here, a long tree branch wedged. It was wedged against the tree, like you could grab it and you couldn't pull it off the tree. But I don't see where the marking on the tree would be where it was wedged. I remember there was a mark on the tree. So this could be... I'm really confused now at this point here. Let's get a look. Maybe it's over here that I was speaking about. Oh, this is without a doubt different. No doubt in my mind this is different. As a matter of fact, I really believe that this teepee was on this tree. I can see some markings from where something was wedged. It is without a doubt, not only has it changed, I think it changed trees. Okay, so this has been ripped out of the ground, this sapling. So this doesn't live here. This was brought here. Oh, it's still in the ground. So I thought, no, it was jammed. Holy mackerel. It was pushed into the ground. This is completely different, guys, from when I saw it last. So, I want to say maybe a couple of years ago, this was the original, air quotes, structure that I had found, and it has since been kind of dismantled. Some of it was left up. But this was the original. This is what, when I first hiked in this forest, what really kept me kind of coming back was this original little teepee here. This down tree was not there. We had a bad storm a couple of years ago or a year and a half ago that knocked down a bunch of stuff, a lot of trees. So this is only been here for, a year maybe less. But this is the original reason why I got so interested in this particular forest. So, funny thing that happened along the way right now today. I brought a water bottle with me, so I'd have something to drink, of course. And as I'm walking, as I was walking and, adjusting my backpack and whatnot, I put the backpack down a couple times. Well, I'm almost positive that I packed water. Well, I don't have water with me, like a moron. I don't have any water with me. So, along with, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to look for some prints, see what I can see. And this will be the first time I've actually needed my life straw, my water filter, So that'll be interesting. I'll get that on camera so you guys can make fun of me. And when I get giardia, or beaver fever, as it's called, getting sick from drinking tainted water. But I know that I won't, because I've used this before. Me and my nephew tried it out at Hedgehog Ridge, a different part of New Hampshire, where we tried them out to see how they worked, and just to get to learn how to properly use it. And it worked fine. So I'm going to find a spot down somewhere where I can get close enough and bend down and use the life straw when I am getting real thirsty already. But all right, now there's the beaver dam. So I'm going to start here and work my way back that way. I'm going to look for some tracks in the mud and stuff like that. I don't see much of anything so far. Really beautiful day today. It's 65 degrees. That'll be a high for the day as well, which is awesome. I am actually wearing a sweatshirt, which I believe I'm going to remove really soon, just because I'm getting a little warm. I am sorry for the boring content, because there's really nothing going on. All right, I'm going to stop with this because I'm not finding anything. I'm going to continue to look, but I'm going to stop putting it in the video because it's got to be just absolutely boring. I'm also going to head up a little bit to get something to drink, head upstream with some. But I'm going to keep on looking around here, and if I find something interesting, you're going to see it. All right, so I followed the creek so far, all the way up to a road. There's a bridge right there, and that's a road. I know what road it is. It's the one, 202. That's what road that is. So I'm going to turn around, head back to where the structures are, and I'm going to see if I can't find me a nice sapling break to try to, a sapling tree to try to test my, I just want to see what it looks like. I want to see if it just looks like every other break I see, and I really have a feeling it's going to, but we'll see. Busy beavers, maybe? So, I don't know if I'm losing my nerve, why I'm shaky out here right now. I'm sure self-induced. One of these times I really wish Big Brother Bob was out here with me, or Josh, or Drew. So I'm looking for the perfect sapling that I can climb, bend it, and see what happens. So I have a couple candidates behind me, over my shoulder. Maybe I'll try one of those. We'll see what happens. Too many sounds for a really quiet forest that's awfully busy out here with just the falling acorns and lions, tigers, and bears, and Sam Squamches. I'm surrounded. So there's one here that's broken right down low, and it's leaned up into this other structure. And I think this is the area I'm going to try. Now, let's start small. There is a little dead one here, and I'm going to try something, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so this one is dead, probably about 15 feet tall, maybe 12 feet tall. And I want to try the method I spoke about before, where I believe that a method that they could be using, right, is to grab low and high and snap that way. This tree's already dead. I don't know what the results are going to do any good for me or not, but this is my first try, and let's see what it looks like. If I can do it. No way. There's no way I'm breaking that like that. That, of course, broke right at the ground. So that is only 1.5 inches thick, and I could not break it in the way that I had demonstrated. I couldn't do it. So my next method, I guess, would be to try to get up high on one. I got a bad feeling that I'm going to hurt myself, but let's see if I can find the right tree, and we'll go from there. That's interesting. Very interesting. I couldn't break it. Maybe I'll look for something smaller. I hope that came out. I'll try to enlarge that in the editing process, but it wouldn't break. That wasn't breaking. Okay, So I'm changing up my method here. I'm gonna try to break one that's only about 1.5 inches thick. I just want to observe what the break looks like. And I shouldn't be so surprised that I can't break one. So let's try a real skinny one. That was a lot more difficult than I anticipated. The break looks awfully familiar. Let's take a look at it. So the break looks awfully familiar. If you look at that, I don't know if I've learned anything, to be honest with you. But I mean, I've seen this type where the bark folds in on itself some. But I don't know what that tells me now that I've done it. What does that mean? Have I learned anything from this? I guess one thing that I have learned by doing this little experiment is how difficult it is to break one of these saplings high up. To break one down low, ground level, is not very difficult. But to break one like that is not easy. And that tree was only this thick, maybe 1 inch and a quarter thick. Now, I did get a bunch of comments from some of the viewers that the strength of a Bigfoot is, 10 times stronger than a man. And you would use the example of a gorilla or a chimpanzee, how they're incredibly strong, much stronger than a human of proportionate size, the same size, 10 times stronger. And I believe that 100%. I think that's scientifically proven that apes, chimpanzees and such are incredibly strong, much stronger than a human being. So that did teach me something, that there is a level of difficulty when it comes to trying to break one of these. I did all I could to just snap that 4 feet off the ground. Some breaks I find that are 9 feet up in the air. Forget it, dude. Oh, forget it, my friend. It is not being done by a human. That's my opinion. And just by me trying that out, I'm glad I did it. That's it. It's out of my system. But I do know now the breaks are going to look similar. It's not like, they're going to look similar. A tree breaking is a tree breaking, whether it's done by a snow load or wind or a person or a Sasquatch. I think that the breaks will look the same. Something that I doubt a person could ever replicate is a twist in some of the breaks that I've seen. my next walking stick. We'll take this home to the barn and work on it. I like it, fairly strong, and I'll also use it. So as I'm walking back towards the river here, right away thinking that I'd learned nothing right when I had done it. Oh, I know where I am. I did learn something, again, and I'm going to repeat myself. The degree of difficulty is through the roof trying to break one of these trees. I was really, I was shocked that something just this thin, right, gave me such trouble to try to break it. But, you know, it tells me that when I see one, a tree break that is 4 inches round, a big old fat sapling that's broken 9 feet up in the air or 7 feet in the air. Person didn't do it. My opinion, you guys, it's my theory. I can have that but just from experience right now, just from trying to break the couple of trees that I did try to break. There's no way, at least as far as I believe, that there's a group of hoaxers out there that can break a tree like that. If a tree breaks at 9 feet up in the air, we'll say for instance, right, you're going to have to climb that tree at least 20, 25 feet to get that to start to bend and break at 9 feet. At that point, you're 30 feet off the ground and you have to be an absolute buffoon to try to do something like that. But, you know, when I was young, we used to call them bungee trees, and you could find some that you could climb up and it'll ride you to the ground like an elevator and it won't break. But, you know, the ones that I'm seeing that are broken, that are 10, 9, 7 feet in the air, that's a long fall. So it's very difficult. I just tried it. And so, you know, I did learn that I really don't think, even I just tried to make a tree break look like some of the stuff that I will blame on Sasquatch for. What they're doing it for, I don't know, but I'm more confident now than I was this morning about those tree breaks. I didn't even notice that. Look at the fire ring. I didn't even notice it. No kidding. Oh, I never seen that before. That is something. The old fake fire ring trick with wood in the middle that looks like a human did it. I'm calling that Sasquatch sign. There's never been a fire in it. You can tell there's nothing burnt in there. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't even see it until coming back. But that is something, just in such close proximity to these 4 or 5 structures here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structures, and then that. Holy jabroni. Boy, I'll tell you, this place is awesome. Now, I'm going to show you, if I can figure out in the editing process, to show you a little handwritten map of this area. If you go, I don't know, a mile or so this way, you run into private property. You go about a mile or so that way, it's all marshland. And then cross the stream here, there's miles of forest that way. But I'm so glad I just found that. I really am. That is something to me. Just to see that fire ring and then the wood stacked in there like almost they were making pretend to have a fire or something like that. Man, that is awesome. Very cool. All right, coming to the end of my hike here, guys. I would call that a success. Even though it may seem to some of those that watch the video, if you even watched this far into it, that was a useless endeavor, that nothing was learned. Oh, mon frere, or confrere, I believe that there was something learned, at least for me there was. And I hope, you guys enjoyed the scenery, and I hope I didn't blab too much. This place is right down the street from my house. I walked here. It's only about a 10-minute walk. I'm searching all over New England for a really good spot for me to stick around and research in. And I just keep coming back to it's been down the street the whole time, you know. I'm traveling 20, 30, 40, 60 miles looking for this perfect research area. You know, and it's right down the road from my house. That's kind of funny. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I do appreciate it. I have more stickers. Just to let you know, you want a sticker, I will, I'll put it in the description box below, the P.O. box to send your self-addressed stamped envelope to, and I want to give them all away. Every last one of them. I've probably mailed out probably about 40 or 50 so far, which is great. I'd like to get rid of all. I had 150. I'd like to get rid of all 150. So until they're gone, I'll keep on mentioning it in the videos. One Post Road, P.O. Box 330, Antrim, New Hampshire. I think it's 03340, I think. But that's something you can look up on the interwebs, the zip code for Antrim, New Hampshire, P.O. Box. It's One Post Road, P.O. Box 330. Thank you so much, guys, for clicking. I really do appreciate it. And I'll definitely see you on the next one.